Hi, Alyssa. How you doing? All right, I've got your ad up right here. Now, don't forget this week we are talking about. Yeah, I'm going to pull that away here because I want to reduce the size of this to get it in the window so we can see it. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, good. So we are this week on alignment and repetition, right? Now we're also talking about the other principles of design that we have studied. Um, so we have alignment, repetition. We have contrast, emphasis, and balance. And then we have flow. So I think that as far as alignment and repetition goes, let's talk about alignment first. I think you've got some really good alignment going on in your logo. That's fantastic. I think this is a really good job right here, aligning the contact information. And what I want to do here is I just want to grab a straight edge really quickly. Sorry, I should have had that done before. And I'm just going to come here now. I see that this is not quite in alignment. Okay, this would have been a perfect opportunity for you to align the W with this contact information here. I know it seems like minor little stuff, like it's only off by a little bit, but aligning that is going to create an enormous improvement in page harmony. It might not even be a conscious improvement, but the viewer's going to look at and they are going to perceive this as being aligned, and it's going to logically register with the viewer. It's going to make sense. This little bit here that's off out of alignment, again, it might be a subconscious thing, but the viewer will see that, and it will create some uncomfortable visual tension simply because that is just out of alignment just a little bit. Again, let me show you my straight edge. And I'll come to the edge of that. Now, this is aligned beautifully. That's great. But the whole thing should be aligned with the W. And as a designer, you should go through, as a design student, you should go through your compositions and you should really think about everything aligning with something. And I think that right there is a perfect example of how and why we do that. Okay. I think you've got some pretty good hierarchy. I think that you want to know we cater. That is what we're looking at first, is we cater. There's another the end of your ads are beautifully aligned, as we can see. I'll just use this as a straight edge, and we can see those are lined up beautifully. Right here, this margin and this margin, that's excellent. And then this is aligned with the image, which is also aligned with the edge of the logo. So you're showing some excellent alignment, but there are some areas that we can improve in alignment. Now let's take a look at repetition. So repetition, I think, is something that can really be improved. There are some areas of repetition that you've created. Okay, so this white type on a black background is repeated right here. That's excellent. This kind of gradient, that fade to white, that's repeated here. Excellent, good job. That shows outstanding repetition. Now, there's something in graphic design that we say, and I use this example all the time. Now, as a designer, you look at your composition and you look for anomalies. What are anomalies? Anomalies are things that are used one time, present one time. And if it's present only one time in a composition, it tells you that either A, you should repeat it and use it again, or get rid of it. Let me give you an example. Let's say this type wasn't here, right here, okay? And then this whole alignment, you have right here, you have this fade to white right here. Well, I would look at this and I would say, okay, that's an anomaly. That's a one-time presentation. It's not repeated in the composition. Therefore, we will consider removing it altogether or repeating it somewhere to create repetition. Does that make sense? If not, let me know. Now, I think that we could have improved repetition in terms of typography, because right now you've got in the logo, there's no repetition at all. Okay, we've got this. Well, you've repeated the typeface, that's it, but this is all black, this is outlined in white, and this is red. So there's absolutely no repetition in the logo. So I would say the logo is definitely in need of improvement in terms of applying the principles of repetition. Another area that could have been repeated, I think, to a very high degree is the ant. Okay, so the ant as a design element, I see you've turned it to gray instead of keeping it to black. And I think that was something that may have been a mistake. The full contrast ant, I think, defines the graphic to a very high degree. Reducing the hue here, the parent hue, reducing the value to gray kind of makes it recede in the composition, and it's playing a secondary role. Nonetheless, this can be repeated. I think a really great idea here would be to take these maybe this ant right here, and repeat it 3 or 4 times and make a little group and reduce the size and maybe put it down here somewhere in the corner of the ad or somewhere around here in the type. And that'll create a really great continuation via, you guessed it, repetition. Okay, so, and that again will improve page harmony. So my recommendation here is to just really think about both alignment and repetition and using it in not only the obvious ways, but also the not so obvious ways, such as repeating the and also repeating the attributes of the logo. Okay? All right, if you have any questions at all, please let me know. I'll be glad to make any necessary clarifications. Good job. Thank you very much.